with the hosts and other viewers in real time. And remember to create a safe viewing experience by following our community guidelines. Anybody know how long the delay is? Oh, we're notifying viewers that your life's so nice of you. Hey, Kristen Runs, you are number one tonight. What's going on, girl? Rats and Cages. Love that, man. Tim Bennett. That's for Rats and Cages. Tim Bennett. Shad Gross. Alan Rage. Mean Gene. Heather Mack, my girl. Non-crazy, crazy cat lady is here with us. The Danish Dumpling. What's going on, people? Thanks for the likes, my friend. Shad Gross, thank you for joining. Bud Bugsim Camo. Toot toot. That's right. What's up, Alan Enraged? Why are you are you an atheist enraged? What are you enraged about? Give me something to rant about, my friend. What are you enraged about today, Alan Enraged? Lots of shit out there. Lots of shit to be pissed about still, I'm sure, man. But some good stuff too. I was looking on Reddit to see what's been going on, and FFRF made some headway this week. Michigan school system got the smackdown. What's up, Gayest Twink? How are you? FFRF had to send a letter, of course, because Michigan school system, had an issue with teachers displaying the Bible, displaying John 15:13. What would Jesus do? Paperweights all over the place. And if you don't complain, they'll get away with it. They will. Christian nationalists will do this in your fucking school system. That's what they will do. And thankfully, the good people at FFRF are all over it. And it takes just one complaint. If you write a complaint to ffrf.org, it's intake at ffrf.org. They will look into it and write a letter for you and take care of it. And it got taken care of in Michigan. Now that the superintendent got his wrist slapped and he got a fucking lesson in the Constitution. Dumbass. Alan and Rage is pissed about systemic oppression and classism. When's it gonna end, man? I don't know. Maybe not in our lifetime. What's up with the classism? Are you being classisted against? Is someone discriminating on you because of class, or are you just sick of it in general in society? I get it. The institution of religion being a tool for control. Yeah, how about it? We're all sick of that one. Here's one for that. What's up, Kevin Rubix? My friend, what's going on, bud? How are you tonight? Daft Funky, hello. What's up, Daft Funky? All aboard the train. That's right. All aboard. Move to the back and remember the rules, please. No spitting, no loud radios, and no preaching on the train. I do have my little whistle today. If you get caught preaching on the train, you get kicked off. My great moderators will take care of you. That's non-crazy, crazy cat lady, Kevin Rubix, and Heather Mack. They're all here for you, but don't preach. They will kick you off. What's up, Betty Florence? Good evening. Can you do a hamburger tutorial? You don't know how to make a hamburger? Is that what that's about? You need me to teach you how to make a hamburger? Red Matter 2025 says, I'm going to do a hamburger tutorial. You know what that means? A hamburger tutorial? She wants me to show them how to make a hamburger, I guess. I don't know. I don't make a hamburger without cheese on it, first of all. It's not kosher, I know, to put cheese on meat, but I don't know who eats a hamburger without cheese on it. Can you bring can I bring my baby mama on the train? If you want, man, that's up to you. Crazy boy MC. Can I bring my baby mama? Where do you want to bring her? You wear a hat because you're embarrassed of your baldness? Yeah. You know me well, boy. If you think I'm embarrassed about my baldness, please. I'll put some Vaseline on this and stick it where the sun don't shine. This fine, smooth bullet head that I shaved today. No, the hat is because would I choose this hat, please? If I was trying to cover baldness, would I choose this hat? No, the train's a bit, my friend. But thank you, Aunt Lydia. 2024. Everybody love Handmaid's Tale, Aunt Lydia. Can't wait for someone to kill her, man. What the hell? And they had her down, man. They had her down. They could have stabbed her. They could have finished her off. And no, someone keeps having mercy on that crazy, rotten, sourpuss bitch. What's up, the bearded skeptic? Yo. My guy Kelly, craps teacher. Of course, you're bald, man. Everybody who's got brains is bald because, like my grandpappy said, grass doesn't grow on a busy street. So it's one or the other. That's right. I'm the engineer actually of this train, and the hat is the uniform, and the whistle goes with it. It's all a bit. It's all a big bit. What's up? Aunt Lydia is an example to us all. Yes, she is on how to be a sourpuss old maid. Remember the episode where where we found out why she's so sour, where she tried to lay it on a dude, and he was like, basically like, I gotta go. And then she was all embarrassed with her sexuality, and then she just quit and became like asexual. I guess after that. Hola guapa, what's up, Black Cat Call? Guapa? Are you guapa? Soy guapo, yo sé, pero tú. Um, yeah, no, can't tell. I can't tell if you're guapo or guapa, but thank you very much for saying so. Have to hop off diarrhea again. What? Upgrade soul, you've been here for 2 minutes and you got diarrhea again? That's not it's a bit, says Squeeze. My guy Squeeze is here. What's up, Squeeze? You mean you're not actually on a train? No, we are next to the train, though. The train is right outside. Do you need someone to blow your whistle? Thanks, Tiffany Cooper. I'm doing a pretty good job, but if you come around, we'll see. Uh, Upgrade soul, not the diarrhea. That's awesome. We're both guapos. All right, Black Cat Claw. What's up, my friend? You're getting your flu shot tomorrow. Atheist in South Dakota. Aren't you a young person? Atheist in South Dakota. You get flu shots? I still have not had a flu shot in my life. I'm not a guy who gets sick a lot. I don't know. Now I'm of an age where maybe I should consider getting a flu. I never catch the flu. I never catch a cold. I don't get that shit. I got my damn COVID vaccine. I'm not against it, but it's just I don't know. The flu shot's never been on my radar, man. Uh, uh, Anna breaks for Fraggles. Hooray! What's up? Anna breaks for Fraggles. My girl. Let's see the shirt today. It's just from Hawaii. I got a long sleeve shirt. I was a little cooler out today, so I didn't have a T-shirt with a saying on it. It's Hawaii Volcanoes National Park. Spent a little time in Hawaii myself. I love it. Love the Big Island. Picked this T-shirt up when I was at the gift shop at some point. I'm sure. Oh, your job requires a flu shot. Yeah, all right. And they give you Italian food for it. For getting the flu shot, you got Italian food. I guess I get a flu shot for some Italian food. What the hell? That's pretty cool. Artie cute, Artie cute, Artie cute with a Q. This is incredibly relieving to see an atheist live. That's for you, man. Boy, I don't know. I don't spend time going through the lives, but people say that every time I go live. They're like, "Wow, it's nice to find an atheist live." Is it really that bad? Is it so full of Christian lives um, out there? It's hard for me to believe because I see, I don't know. When I look and I see who's up, it's usually my atheist peeps that I know. I saw Mike Brigandy. He's a big atheist. He was going live. So thank you and welcome for being here. You want to go to Hawaii so bad, Heather? Yeah, and you'll love it. You might never come back. Let me tell you what. They don't call it paradise for no reason. That's for sure. What would you do if when you okay, he said yes would go? What? What is that? What would you do if when you okay, he said yes would go? Do you get that? You laughed. I don't know what that means, man. Libran moon and that's cool, man. But I don't understand what you're getting at. Thanks for that. And put your questions in the question box down at the bottom. Uh, Libran moon knew enough to do that. But did you understand it? Somebody else is like, what? My brain hurts now. Bro looked like he typed in all caps with his index finger. Okay. Hey, Poppy. What's up, Angel Dust, baby? Uh, there's one for you. ¿Cómo está? TikTok categorizes atheism under belief, so if you watch atheist lives, you'll get oh, I see. Yeah, that makes sense, and, that's just more proof to the Christians that atheism is a religion because TikTok categorizes it that way. It's a meme, laugh my ass off. I promise I'm not dumb. Okay, I still don't know what that means, man. What are some favorite atheist accounts? I love all my guys. The bearded skeptic is right here with us, right here, and you should follow non crazy crazy cat lady and Kevin Rubik's if you haven't yet, and follow Heather Mack too. They're my mods, but the big ones are out there for you. There's Captain Dadpool and my guy Black Atheist Rants, Biddy Buddha, who's moved to Canada and hasn't been active lately. I don't think because of that, but it just goes on and on. There's tons of them. There's I Blame Bill, one of my absolute favorites. Eve Was Framed. If you haven't listened to check her out, Evangelical, who's all over it, man, pounding it. So there's all kinds of listen to Phil Collins. That's atheist in South Dakota. How old are you, dude? I keep forgetting. I thought you were a young person. And you tell me to listen to Phil Collins. You sound like an ancient one, getting flu shots and listening to Phil Collins. I need neighbors like you in Missouri. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do, baby. Poor Missouri. God's country, Missouri. God's country. Uh, I love the land in Missouri. It's a big state, obviously, but I've been to Missouri and it's gorgeous. And it's one of those states. It's like if it wasn't for Missourians, it'd be a great place to fucking be. Yeah, hyperhumanity isn't technically atheist, but we take him in as one of our own. He's great. Apostate Aladdin. Um, TikTok, please don't ban me. He's atheist. He's Jeff, the atheist troll. He's had like 50 accounts. Uh, yeah, yeah. Apostate Aladdin is excellent for sure. And Phil Collins' Genesis is the only Genesis I believe in. Do you like that? It was mostly Peter Gabriel's effort, though, wasn't it? I think Genesis was a great band. What a great band, and that's all Peter Gabriel's genius to me. I'm all right with Phil Collins, but I think Genesis was about my guy Peter Gabriel. Found a fun account today called Awkward Religion where they posted weird church clips. Okay, Awkward Religion, check it out, people. Thank you, Gay as Twink. Not an atheist, just here to gain perspective. Okay, um, that's cool. Who's this? Seven. I'll give you a toot out, even though you're not an atheist. Bad. Patrick Bateman is the king of Israel. Who the hell is Patrick Bateman, and why would he would be the king of Israel? I feel bad because ex-Muslims get brigaded, and yeah, they do. They really, the Muslims get upset with those people. They really don't like that. When someone when someone leaves the religion, it's tough, man. I am on YouTube. Did anyone say hi yet? No. Let me put it back on the screen there, so at least it's up. I got YouTube camera. And oh, American Psycho. Is that the is that Patrick Bateman? Who are we talking about? American Psycho. It's been a long time since I saw that. Peter Gabriel is the shit. Also, the only Gabriel I believe in too. I like that. That's nice. I hadn't thought about that. Good one, man. Good one for you. Um, like Van Halen with Sammy Hagar. Yeah, hip to be square. Now we're talking about Huey Lewis, right? Now I'm not a big Huey Lewis guy, my friend. Gotta be honest with you. I think he was better before he got famous. Backup band for a lot of artists. Elvis Costello notably used Huey Lewis's Clover, right, as his backup band for his first album. Phil Collins is the only God I accept. I saw Phil Collins on the street, so I guess I've seen your God anyway. In London, walking on the other side of the road back in '85 when he was at the height of his popularity. I'll say. Just curious, how do you feel when people ask if they can pray for you? I feel like nothing is going to happen for me when people ask if they can pray for me. I don't really care. I'm not one of those guys that gets really upset about it, but I always think in my mind, I'm like, oh, okay. If you have time to waste on that shit, then go for it. Um, but yeah, I'll think for you. If someone's being snarky, then I'll give them that one. And we get that a lot in the comments. Oh, well, I'll pray for you. Still be praying for you. Um, may Joe bless all of you. Purple rain. What are we bringing Purple Rain up? Uh-uh. What do you think about vibrational energy? Don't know anything about it. Nonsense? Maybe. It sounds like you think it's nonsense. Um, yeah, I don't know what that is. What's vibrational energy? Don't believe in the power of love. Yeah, Joe Pesci. Yeah, where's my guy? The Mad Hatter. He needs to get his Rush references and his Joe Pesci God talk. God. Uh, I saw Huey Lewis in Mexican airport. He's about 5'2", just saying. 5'2"? Come on. Yeah, that's funny though. Yeah, I never got the impression he was a very big guy, but 5'2" is a little short, I think. Hello from Birmingham, Alabama. I read Birmingham like it was going to be Birmingham in the north of England, but you're from Birmingham, Alabama, my friend. What's up in Birmingham, dude? A lot of religiosity, I imagine. And thank you. Thanks for loving my lives. I love you. It's all gonna be okay. It's all gonna be okay. I love it. Good username, my friend. Defining damage is here. Uh, if the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie, what's a doorknob feel like? A rock hard potato. I don't know. Did you seem the news? What's up? Did I seem the news? No. What's up in the news? Hello from Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. What's up, Ronnie Doty Jackson? What's going on? I'd rather laugh with the sinners than cry with the saints. The sinners are much more fun. Yeah, right. This dude's all over it tonight. Squeeze. Can you quote some Squeeze? Squeeze. How do we get one nation out of the pledge, or how do we get rid of the pledge? I rate your congressman. I don't know. The pledge needs to go, and I don't know. The God thing obviously needs to go, but the pledge itself is bad. Government sanctioned conformism. A ritual activity that the government is making you do is the opposite of freedom and American ideals. So the pledge itself is bullshit. It needs to go, and you don't need to say it if you have a kid who doesn't want to, or you absolutely don't have to. Um, so yeah, just quit it. If they don't want to do it, they don't have to, and you can fight it. And more than just FFRF will fight for you. This ACLU will fight for you to not have to say the pledge. You stop saying it in school? Nice. Atheists in South Dakota says they stopped saying the pledge in school. Good. It was probably like making a hassle for people. That too many people were like probably bringing something up about it, and they're finally like, you know what, screw this. And that's how we get rid of that shit. Just like praying in at city meetings, in city hall, the opening of common council and city council meetings, and any town that has a meeting that's a government meeting. Why the fuck are they opening it with a prayer? Your religion is irrelevant to the civic gathering that is about to ensue. So why the fuck are they saying the prayer in front of Congress, for God's sake, and anybody, any fucking little town in America that wants to? And uh, all you got to do is go do your Satanist bit. You can go be an iconoclast of any kind and go do your atheist invocation, because they have to let everybody do it. And if they don't let you do it, then you have a lawsuit. You can go complain again to FFRF, and they'll write a letter, and you'll be able to give your invocation down at buttfuck, West Virginia's fucking town hall meeting, where they want to have a Christian stand up and say a prayer. It drives them nuts when somebody else does it who doesn't have a Christian message, and then they end up giving it up and just like, you know what, we're not going to have any more Satanists, we're not going to have any more atheists, we're not going to have any more pagans doing this thing. So let's just get rid of it all, and that's the point, right? That's why TST is so great. Kids got kicked out of school for refusing to say the pledge in the 40s. Went to U.S. Supreme Court. Did they? Yeah, I don't remember that, but yeah, they can't make you say it. I pledge to rock and roll. That will never dies. I think I had a J-Dub friend who didn't say the pledge. I think they have a religious exception to that, where they don't believe in that kind of crap, which is one of the decent things about them. If you can point to a couple of things about them. But that's one of those things, and nobody says anything. Then if you say it's against my religion to say this pledge, then they're going to be like, oh, okay, okay. My daughter said here her science teacher plays Christian music in class. Jesus. I bet he's a really great scientist, that guy. I pledge allegiance to Joe Pesci. What's up with Joe Pesci? Joe Pesci tonight. Hey, he doesn't want your allegiance. He just wants you to be cool, my friend. Fun fact: the pledge was basically written as a marketing gimmick for a flag maker. Maybe that is a fun fact. I've never heard that. Uh, Once had a legislator say staff should be Christian to work in government. I was a staffer and an atheist. Yeah, great. There's a guy who really understands what's going on in the fucking government. The president shouldn't even be allowed to mention religion. Yeah, I agree. He shouldn't want to. He shouldn't have any compulsion to mention it at all. It's not relevant to his job. I grew up JW, and they don't say it. Now that I'm an atheist, I've never once said the pledge. Good. I think that's why I was right about that. Thank you. Thanks, Kevin, for the roses, man. Appreciate you, buddy. Um, you seen Huey Lewis? Did you also? Oh, I got you. Did you also see the news? Yeah, I actually did. I was at Ravinia here. There's an outdoor concert venue in the Chicago north suburbs. It's a great place. It's the Chicago Symphony Orchestra's home for the summer, but they also bring in acts all summer long. You sit on the lawn, and I've seen has been acts like that, but also some pretty cool shows. Everybody remember Poi Dog Pondering? One of the biggest shows that was ever done at that place, and it was great, man. Sounds like sounds we get sounds we get rid of the. Oh yeah, should we get rid of the national anthem before? Yeah, of course we should. What is that about? What is all of that shit about? The national anthem before a ball game? I never understood that anyway. What do I abuse you? By a clown? Do I make you laugh, my friend? I'm a progressive socialist Christian. What are your thoughts on universalism? Um, you mean like Christian universalism, like Christ came for everybody? That's when I think universalism. That's what I think of. Is the innovation, if you will, of Christianity being um, seen by its promoters as being a religion that came for everybody. It didn't used to be like that. In the old days, people respected other religions to the point where they figured it was valid. If you worshipped a certain god, then that's where you were going to go when you died. And people who worshiped a different god than that were okay with that. There's everybody's religion and everybody's god could exist, and as long as you were faithful to that god and you did what you had to do to worship that system, you were going to go there, and people would, somebody else might respect that. But when Christianity began, it was all about, um, this is the only religion. Christ came for everybody. So if you haven't heard of him, you're out of luck. If you're worshiping somebody else instead of him, you're out of luck. But the good news is that he's here for everybody, and it created this fucking missionary culture and this evangelistic style that is unique, really, in world religion. You don't see other religions evangelizing like Christianity does. So I hope that's what you mean by universalism, but it's bullshit. Um, Janie Atlanta says Jesus is at hand. Get ready. Really? Does he have a hole in that hand? Um, thanks for your input. You're gone. You blocked. A man just shouted, "God is great," and killed 5 people with a bow and arrows. Uh, is that true? We have more mass murders in Norway. See, someone else was talking about how Norway's got more mass murders per capita, arguing against the obvious problem that America has with mass shootings. And I don't know, my Scandinavian friends, including not crazy cat ladies, like that's bullshit. Norway does not have that same kind of issue. But here, the Viking heathens. What's up, Viking heathens? A man just shouted, "God is great," and killed 5 people with a bow and arrow in Norway. Let me tell you what. If you're the first guy that gets killed by a bow and arrow, that can happen. Second guy, okay. If you're the fifth guy, then you fucking need to learn how to run faster, man. What the fuck is that? Who gets off 5 fucking arrows? People are like, "Hey, what's that guy doing?" Hey, man, that's not cool. It's like, dude, when you see the first fucking bow and arrow flying, run or run at the guy and knock him over before he can load up another one. What the hell? Knock another arrow. Guess what Joel Osteen got to pay Texas? What did Joel Osteen get to pay Texas? Oh, got to pay. Guess what? Joel Osteen got to pay taxes. What did they rule that he had to pay taxes finally? Um, that'd be something, I guess. Good to see you, Scott Norris. What's up, man? Uh, Thanks for your thoughtful answer. What on what universalism? It was different locations. Oh, so he like shot 5 different people in different locations. Like, what? God is great. Foop! And sticks an arrow in somebody. I think it was runs. Jesus, that's I don't mean to make light of it. That's really happened. That's wacky. Um, People are like, you don't need a gun. You sure don't. I posted something against religious preachers, and my sister texted me that I lost every friend. Well, they weren't your friends. Just like Christians, right? If you left Christianity, you weren't a real Christian. Well, if your friends are leaving you because you don't believe in their bullshit, then they're not your friends. Um, Train whistle on hand, yeah, Anna Catriona. There it is for you. Always got it on hand. Always got it on hand. Thanks. Let me see. It's true. 5 killed, 2 wounded. Man, should anti-vaxxers get religious exemptions? Uh, to not get vaxxed? No, no, they shouldn't get religious exemptions. But I'm not a guy who thinks that the government should force you to get vaccinated. You should want to get vaccinated. It's I'm too much of a libertarian, I think, to have people mandated unless it's not if it was like the zombie apocalypse and really like the whole world was at stake. Then maybe you get around to mandating vaccines. But I don't know if I'm not in favor of mandatory vaccines, then I can't be against religious exceptions, I guess. Does that make sense? I mean, it's so stupid. I mean, I was just looking at the one here that where is it? Catholic troops. Yeah, the Archbishop of the fucking army, like they need an archbishop. The Archbishop of the U.S. military is arguing that Catholic troops should not be forced to receive the coronavirus vaccine if it would violate the sanctity of their conscience. But there's a deadline, right? I mean, you're in the military, you got it. There's a deadline now. You need to get vaccinated, so they're arguing for a religious exception there. But no, if you're in a job where they're requiring it, then no, you shouldn't be allowed to get a religious exemption. Yeah, thou shalt not vaccinate. Of course not. But the Bible does say, "Give not a thought for tomorrow." So vaccinating as an insurance, for against a future disease would in fact be um, against the teachings of Jesus. Now, that's again, we know that none of that means anything. So What does mean things is people's lives and people's healthy and the safety and health of the public. That's what's real, not religion. So again, who cares if it's against um, biblical teachings to get your fucking vaccine? British forces must get vaccinated. Yeah, I mean, the American forces must get vaccinated. If I'm reading this right, there's a December mandate medline, a mandate medline, a mandate deadline for troops to get vaccinated. So we're gonna be like, well, I'm Catholic, and we're what? First of all, Catholics never. That's not the big one you got to worry about, right? I think most Catholics are all right doing what they're told, and if they, uh, I'm not sure that Catholics are really big anti-vaxxers. In fact, the Catholic Church has decided that being vaccinated is not sinful, so they're not against it. Um, what was the Big Bang made of? uh, time is the train. Yeah, time is the train, and it only moves in one direction. Sadly, the Satanic cult will overrule the abortion debacle in Texas Supreme Court. Good, I hope so. Yeah, the Satanists are doing the right thing. Um, and Texas is like an embarrassment. If they don't, yeah, if they don't get vaccinated, you don't have to work there. You get discharged from the army, and you're not in the military anymore if you won't get the vaccine. So, that's what's going to happen. They'll be like, yeah, you can get your religious exception. You don't have to get the vaccine. Now you're fired. Bye. Texas is old school. I'd take old school before I took Texas. Texas is a fucking embarrassment in front of the world. Um, James Lashley preaching on the train. See you later, buddy. You got yourself blocked. I guess you didn't listen to the rules. Turn to Jesus. I'm surprised the U.S. mill drug their feet on mandatory vaccines. Not in my day. Um, yeah, did they drag their feet a little bit on it? I guess, and that's probably like again back in the day they wouldn't have. They'd have been like, "You line up, bitch. You're getting your fucking shot." Texas is back in the 1800s. I would take the 1800s. Texas is like trying to go back to the 1500s, the 1100s, the absolute dark ages of ridiculous fucking oppression. It's just stupid. Anyone who's proud of what Texas is doing needs to have their fucking head examined. Favorite Christian persecution story? I was told several gun to the head stories at age 12. What's that mean? Like someone held a gun to someone's head and asked them to renounce their Christianity. I'm not sure what that means. Jedi Jedediah? 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 Is that your name? What's up, man? Oh boy, more people getting blocked, man. You guys are out of control, man. What is up? Favorite book? My favorite book will always be Lord of the Rings, the trilogy. That I'll never forget being 12 years old and reading that and having my mind absolutely blown. Um, I was still a Christian at that time, and so I read Lord of the Rings, and I went to bed every night and prayed to God to let me wake up in Middle Earth. That's true. Oh, I missed a question. Somebody asked when I knew that there was no God. And I guess probably by the time I was, you know, out of college. By the time I was 21, 22, I was I was pretty sure. You're Protestant. All right, man. Coffee 85. Uh, okay. Um, I was born a mainline Protestant myself. They're kind of going away. Uh, uh, Such a nice change of pace to see you on my For You page. Thank you, Tuna Hole. I'm glad you're here. Maybe they're talking about the Columbine myth. Oh yeah, the myth of Bohemian Lucy brings up the Columbine, where what um, they made up the story about people saying they were Christian and those being the ones that got shot. Any atheist book recommendations? Yeah, Logan Mac G. I like to recommend Andrew Seidel's book, Founding Myth, The Founding Myth, Why Christian Nationalism is American. Read that book if you're interested in what we do at all. And right now, slowly, because I'm reading the Quran too, in chapter 9, and God, it's terrible. But I will get through it. I swear I will. My season's coming to an end, and I'll have more time, and I can like. But I like you read like a half a chapter of that shit, and you are sleeping. I'm just like my eyes are burning, and I'm like been told I'm going to hell 50 times, and a grave chastisement awaits me because I'm a non-believer, and all this bullying. God is wonderful, and God is great, and God is all knowing. For God is merciful, wise. Okay, you said that. Can we get to a fucking story? Did God send Muhammad? No, God didn't send Muhammad. Yeah, God sent Muhammad down to beat up the rest of the Arabian Peninsula into accepting his fucking version of the truth. That's really God needed to do that to get that across. Most of those books. Okay. Why am I not a Christian by Bertrand Russell? Why I am not a Christian by Bertrand Russell. There you go. I say I'm not a guy who's read a lot of atheist books, honestly. I was already there when all the new atheism came, and Dawkins' book came out, and Hitchens' book came out. So, like everybody, read God Delusion, read God is Not Great by Hitchens. Um, our guy Dan Barker wrote a book called the most unpleasant character in all of fiction is God. I drew some funny pictures of Muhammad. They caught fire immediately. Really? You want to see that dog? Where's the dog? Come here. Where you at, Ginger? What are you doing? Want to come say hi? Come on. Come on. she doesn't. She doesn't want to hang out for the camera. I don't know what's wrong with you. I know you talk a lot, man, but she doesn't want to. She doesn't want to sit still. She wants me to throw a tire for her. Yeah, read The Age of Reason. Read Common Sense by Thomas Paine. Uh, that's something that everybody should read. Common Sense. I want to hear more about the pictures of Muhammad that lit a fire because I drew some. Maybe mine weren't funny enough. I drew some pictures of Muhammad, and they're still somewhere on my desk. Dog is angry at the DL row at the what? The Dill row. The Invisible Man rules are daunting. Yeah, they are. Piddlepuck. I love that name. I got to give it to you. Piddlepuck 23. What a great fucking handle. What's a Piddlepuck? I just got to know. She does. She wants to play. The dog wants to play every minute. Yeah, yeah. The tire. There's nowhere to throw it in here. It'd be like bam. It knocked the ceiling down. That dog would chase the tire every day, all day, all fucking night long, and all day long until she passed out from exhaustion. All she wants to do. You got a dog named Ginger too? FF Mountain Laurel is here. What's up, my girl? That's cool. My dog's ginger colored. That's why I named it Ginger. I agree with everything you're saying, but I still believe that all dogs go to heaven. Yes, when they cross the rainbow bridge, dogs do definitely go to heaven. It's people that can't get into heaven. Favorite Hitchens quote: "That which can be asserted with no evidence, dismissed with no evidence." That's the one I always go to for Hitch. It shuts them right up. Easy. They're a metal band called Demon Hunter, and they try to look all rugged and satanic. Who's that? Protector System. I missed the first part of that, I guess. I'm scrolling back up through here to see what I missed here. Let me get back on the nobody on the YouTubes yet. I keep clicking away from it to look at an article that I pulled up, and then I forget to click back on it, and then I don't see it off his head. Good subscribe to us on YouTube. Go to the bio, pull it down, subscribe to us on the gram and on the tubes. T-Bone Steak trying to fool us. No preaching on the train, T-Bone. My favorite one is, do you celebrate Christmas then? Squeeze me? Who? Because you're an atheism? Because you're an atheist? Gia, what's up, my girl? ¿Cómo está? You got T-Bone Steak. Yeah, see, we're not, I can read backwards, believe it. You can't fool me with your bullshit just by saying it backwards. And isn't that like, wouldn't that be the devil's work? Spelling Jesus backwards? Isn't that like evil, man? I don't know, man. You're probably going to go to hell yourself for that one. Is it weird that there's a Christian band I sometimes listen to? No, I listen to, I like gospel music. I love hymns. I love, bluegrass music, which is often tainted with religion, but because I'm a music guy, I don't, the words are like, all right, yeah, that's cool. What's up, Atheist Sanctuary? Follow my people, Atheist Sanctuary 2. It's .2. If you haven't followed them, they're great, and they're coming out of JDub too. We've got a couple of JDub apostates, and a sandwich, right? What's her name now? Tax the Churches. Yeah, Tax the Churches. Go follow her if you haven't. She's a fantastic. Oh, I know, dude. Bohemian Lucy Skillet is right down the road from me. I've actually met and worked for that guy, um, and he's a fucking idiot, man. But I don't disagree. He gave me a CD, and I listened to it. And I'm like, you know what? All right, I'm not even into that into like metal and that style of music, but I was fairly impressed with the musicianship on there. He's an idiot Christian. He's just a goof. He fucking got on Twitter, I think, I forget where I saw him with his fucking when Kenosha had their riots last year. He was out like in his yard because he inherited the money. I don't know if you know this about Skill. His name's John Cooper. He inherited like Cooper's one of the bigger names in this town. There's names and streets named after him. And the only reason that guy has a rock band is because he doesn't have to work, right? He's a trust fund baby, inherited a giant house, and so he could do what he wanted with his life. And so he started this Christian rock band. And there's no, it's just him. You like Skillet's a band, it's just him. He writes all the music, he arranges all the music. He's a musical savant. He's really, really good at it. But I think he's got one person that can play an instrument, and then he's got like his girlfriend on there, like Paul McCartney, like banging on a fucking keyboard note, because she can't really play anything. And then it's like it's all him, virtually everything. But some of that music's good. If you don't like into the message, I told him I'm like, and he knew I was an atheist too, and they were pretty cool to me, at least for a while. But um, I told him, I'm like, hey, man, let me listen to to a CD. And he knew I was an atheist. He gave me the CD, and I listened to it. I'm like, it's pretty fucking churchy when you listen to the goddamn words. But if you're into that style of music, it's really not that bad. Really not that bad at all. So it's not like some of these Christian rock bands you hear, and you're like, what? Who the fuck would listen to this? Yeah, I think there are four members, like I'm saying, Lucy. But believe me, I've met them, and they're like I think he's got one other person who can actually like wield an instrument, and believe me, the whole thing is his baby, every fucking piece of it. Brett, hi, the science guy is here. What's up, Brett? I haven't seen you in a while, my friend. I don't know what your vids aren't coming up on my page at all. Um, but hey, man, welcome to the live, my friend. And Nana in Virginia's here. She's my girl. Who's in the room? My girlfriend's in the back laughing. She likes to like sit here and listen to my bullshit sometimes, but she doesn't want to get on camera, so we can't like. She,
No.
she's worse than the dog. The dog will like stick her nose in here, but the girl was like, no, no. She doesn't want it. She runs away. We should all read the UFO cult literature of Heaven's Gate. Okay. Did you get set? I was wondering, but then I looked and it looked like you had some videos. Brit and I said she got in trouble and was sent to timeout for a while. Did you get suspended? Did you get what happened to you? What should I do? Oh, you're talking about your classwork, Heather? I don't know, kid. What should I do with my persuasive speech on? Um, um, Atheism? I don't know. Peeps telling me watch Midnight Mass. No, I have not seen. Thank you, Slowmo 666. It's about to come up because I'm about out of shows to watch, and I was telling this one here that we should watch Midnight Mass because someone else recommended it, and it looked pretty cool. I'm not. Is it horror-ish? I can't remember now. I watched the trailer and it looked like it might have been all right. Um, but no, not yet. But I will. I will get to that. That and what are you thinking of? Chestnut Man, right? Chestnut Man looked like it was pretty decent. Are you in your mom's basement? No, I'm in your mom's basement, Nate. Thanks. Uh, uh, I haven't ever gotten banned, just the old shadow ban. Yeah, no, that's where I was at for a while. I feel like it kind of blew over a little bit, but who knows? I got a video taken down, so now I'm probably shadow banned again. Who knows? The town blew up from vampire blood in the Eucharist. What town? Is that the Midnight Mass town? Is that what happened? I know. I know he was. You're asking about this. No, it's just I rent a warehouse. We're landscapers, and so we rent this big garage. And this is just the office space that's in the back. This is where my computer is. I can do this anywhere, but I like to have the computer up so that I can look shit up if I need to. And this is where the computer is too. So at some point I'll get around to making the set a little bit better. So sorry to offend you all with the fucking insulation hanging out. Um, from the ceiling, but it's nothing. It's not mine. I'm not going to spend my time fixing it. What's a shadow ban? A shadow ban is when they don't promote you. TikTok, they don't ban you. They don't take your stuff down or they don't kick you off. but they're not promoting you. You know, there's an algorithm that sticks certain people's videos up in front of your For You page because it thinks that you might like it. But if you get yourself, into a little bit of trouble, you've got some videos taken down, you get some lives taken down, they'll shadow ban you where they're not promoting you. So you're out there, people who are looking for you can see you, and you'll come up here and there. But like for a while, um, I was getting, I was just showing up on people's For You page, and I would gain followers and gain followers and gain followers, and all of a sudden, word the brakes, um, uh, went on, and all of a sudden I wasn't, gaining followers at the rate that I was, and people were telling me they're like, I don't see you on my For You page anymore, and so it's like you can tell, and it's after you've had some violations, you've had some the community double standard violations, I like to call them, on TikTok, because they'll kick you off for stupid shit, and they won't tell you why, right? I've had like stuff taken off for nudity. It's like, come on, man, this is not nudity, right? Bald head, not nudity. Should draw a big nipple right there. Maybe that'd be nudity, but it doesn't make any sense to me. And they don't tell you. They're like, we took this video down because you violated this. But which part of it? Do you want us to keep repeating the same mistake, or are you gonna like let us in on the fucking, which bit, which words can I say? What is it that made you? But no, TikTok gives you like no clue at all. Um, and that's yeah. Slow mo says you don't even see me on your FYP, right? You have to come to me, and thank you for doing that. We love you for that. But yeah, that's a shadow ban. That's what happens. Satanic temples are more beneficial than church. Everything's more beneficial than churches. Every fucking thing. There's a fucking crack house down the corner more beneficial than a church. The fuck. The satanic anarchist. I can barely say it. It's a lot of syllables, my friend. The satanic anarchist 84. Last time I watched Hyper, he got shut down for impersonating the anti. What? They couldn't have shut Trump down for impersonating the Antichrist. He was probably actually the Antichrist. Uh, thanks for the likes, people. Tokyo Smoothie. Whoa, ha, ha. What's up? Yeah, the background laughter. I know I'm not doing all right if I can crack her up. You think? Thanks, man. I do what I can, Kevin. I appreciate that. Um, sometimes people set themselves up like T-ball, right? They put that fucking ball right there, and they're like, "You're your mom, man. Tell me you live with your mom without telling me." No, bitch, I live with your mom, man. Get a clue. Sometimes these people just set it up. Um, my mom died of COVID last week because Trump told her not to get the vaccine. Come on, man. Don't mess with us. That's your mom didn't die of COVID, did she, slow mo? Um, I mean, I don't. I'm not trying to make light if she did. I'm sorry. You never pop up on my FYP, and I don't get notified when you go live. Really? That's crazy because it tells me that they're notifying people. It tells me right at the bottom of the screen that they're notifying people that I'm going live. Fucking liars. What do you think of dudism? Dudism is, what is the only religion for me, man. I'm a dude. What the hell, man? I don't have my dude shirt is not in play tonight, but it's been a while since I wore the dude shirt. Ugh, someone online is calling me soft for saying whipping your kid is abuse. That's nice, man. Jesus. Yeah. I feel like the day's gone, where nobody beats their kids anymore. I got spanked. I got a wooden spoon upside the ass when I was real naughty. Uh, you know, but I never hit my kids. I can't really bring myself to. So I feel like that's, I'm not sure. Maybe that's why I'm angry because I got spanked. Maybe that's what's wrong with me. I don't believe in God because I got spanked when I was little. But I don't feel like I was abused. I just, I don't. My mom read Dr. Spock. She had that book on the back of the toilet, and if that fucker said to do it to your kids, she did it to your kids. That way down Gwen woman had them beating kids with glue sticks. What? That way down Gwen woman had them beating kids with glue sticks. I don't feel like that would hurt very much. Aren't they only like this big? How do you beat someone with a glue stick? Yeah. Jesus got spanked, but he liked it. See? That's the difference. He was asking. Satan's got a much better track record than God. Yes, of course. Yes. Marshmallow cutie pie. What's up, my friend? I saw one window on a J. Did you see my last video that I just put up? I had to answer that asshole. He's like, have you ever seen a Kingdom's Hall? Because I talked about how it's weird to me that the Kingdom's Halls don't have windows. And like the guy thinks I'm lying. I'm like, why would I make something like that up? I'm not saying that they some of them don't. I'm saying I've never seen one, and that is the literal truth. I have never seen a Kingdom Hall in my life in any of the places I've lived with any windows in it. Now, if you say you've seen one, I'm not going to call you a liar. I haven't seen them all. It's a big ass country, but I just think that's weird and shady and creepy. So I put that in a video a long time ago. Did a video about the J Dubs, and this guy finally like saw the video and then like commented the other week or last week. Have you ever even seen a Kingdoms Hall? They have a minimum of 6 windows. I'm like, oh, okay, buddy. Yeah. Um, and sure enough, I went down and there's no fucking windows in the whole goddamn Kingdoms Hall. I saw a live today where the dude was arguing that Earth is flat and gravity doesn't exist. Well, let him jump off a building then. What the hell is that? I sometimes I think people are just like getting on lives doing to say stuff that they know will be provocative. I don't know. Who I mean flat earther. Uh, the friendly atheist has a video in which he keeps tabs. Yeah, yeah. And go to Kintube Media Productions. We did this little short series of videos called "Holy Shit," where I do the narration. I do the voice of the narrator. It sounds like the voice of God. It's really kind of not the way he wrote it, but I'm reading Bible verses, and one of them was, how many kills the biggest murderer in the Bible, which is clearly God. When you get to it, he's got like over 2 million kills or whatever the hell it is, and the devil has like 12, and God told him to do it or tricked him into it. Jesus should have had a safe word. Yeah. He'd be like, what would have been his safe word? Loaves and fishes. Uh, Hola from the Hiney Hole. What's up, Hiney Hole? 1, 2, 3. What's going on with you, man? You're in Canada currently, and BC. Tax all churches. Yeah. They need to tax churches that make money. I think there's plenty of little tiny churches out there that don't, and don't need taxed. But anybody that can show a profit, or anybody that promotes a political candidate is violating the rules, and the IRS should just do it. Just start taxing them. Say you haven't, you're a nonprofit and you don't live up to the rules, so now you're paying taxes. He did. He tried backing down while sacrificing himself as God did. I don't get it. Thank you, Charlie B. Nice to see you here. Uh-oh. Flat earther claim that people would fall off of Australia on a globe. So does that mean flat earthers have to be non-gravity people? It would fall if it was a globe, it would fall off of Australia. I think people do fall off of Australia mostly just because they're drunk. Any more odd church signs lately? Nah, I haven't seen any, and I do keep an eye out, and I got to get something up on the Instagram. I know it's been a while, but I haven't seen a lot of church signs to make fun of, but we'll find some. I'll get there. God is the original serial killer. Yeah, wouldn't you say? Or mass murderer, one or the other. Does anyone else love asking questions on theists' lives? Yeah. Do you spend time doing that? I don't. I can't even stand listening to those putzes, and I don't know why Christians come on our lives. I don't get what turns them on about that. Um, but yeah, if that tickles your fancy, my friend, then please go do it, because they can't answer those kind of questions, right? That's the whole bit. And that's what our guy Jeff the Atheist Troll does. He like goes around purposely and asking these people, when is slavery justifiable, and then watching them squirm about it. Saw a video today, says blame Dan, that said we made God in our image. Kind of interesting. Yeah, well, I've been saying that for years. I don't think that's a new thought among atheist thinkers. I think that man clearly made God in his image. That's why God's a man, right? And that's why the patriarchy rules, because men made up God. If women had made up God, she might be a female, but old men made up a God that looked somehow just like them, and spun it the other way. God made man. No, that's the whole God made man in His image thing is a way of explaining why we are the gods of the planet. Right? We are the dominant species. We are the species, the animal that ended up holding dominion over all the other animals and the earth itself. But that hubris doesn't sit well with people, and so um, and we know we don't live forever, right? Something killed us, and sometimes it killed us in unexpected ways. When the man who seemed like he was in charge of the tribe just up and died from a heart attack when he looked like he was at the height of his power. So for early man to assume that there was another controlling force out there, made sense to them because they didn't understand heart disease or whatever else might happen. They're like, well, you can't go around talking about yourself being God because something's killing you sooner or later anyway. Something is getting you, so you can't be the most powerful thing. Something else out there must be, and who do they make up? They're going to make up something that's like them, but just all knowing and all present and so forth. So, to me, the idea that man made up God in His image is an obvious one. I think that's more than clear. To talk about it the other way is just is silly. Um, my coworkers assume I am Catholic. I'm an atheist. It's annoying, but don't want to talk about it. You ever get that when if you're around a bunch of Catholic people, they assume the whole fucking world is Catholic. And this country was 85% Protestant for how long, until the really immigrant population started coming up. There was no Catholic population to speak of. But if you're in like Chicago, in the suburbs of Chicago where everybody's a Catholic, it's like they don't even fucking know any other religions exist, those people. They're so fucking brainwashed and steeped in their own bullshit. So some lady was like once, she's like, well, of course, uh, Sunday's Easter, and she's like, oh, are you Catholic? Do you celebrate Easter? And I'm thinking to myself, I'm not even gonna go to the atheism thing. I felt like saying, yeah, understand that more than just Roman Catholics celebrate Easter, right? But it didn't even occur to her. That's just again, they're brainwashed. They are um, indoctrinated, and they don't have any idea what else is out there. If I mean, they'd be like, "What? Oh, I didn't. I don't know." I'm like, "No, I was a Protestant. We celebrate Easter too." But they're clueless. They don't know that Easter, another thing not based on the Bible. Yeah, well, yeah, that's for sure. None of those none of those holidays are. Um, and Easter, yeah, just another pagan holiday that was um, co-opted in order to assimilate conquered cultures without actually just like forcing them to change. And it's like a passive aggressive way of getting them to accept a new religion. I never got the fight between Catholics and Protestants until I got on a Facebook group discussing it. They have no tolerance for each other. Yeah, I mean, especially in certain places of the world, they really don't. But in here in America, they don't get it. Evangelicals don't even think that Catholics are Christian, and it's not because that they're a different kind of Christian and they're having a point of theology where they're like, nah, they're like, we see some of these trolls are like, oh, Methodists aren't welcome to worship because they're not true Christians. It's like, no, these people don't even know that there's other denominations of Christianity, and one of those, the biggest one, is Roman Catholicism. They're just like, well, I'm not a Catholic, I'm a Christian. The first time I heard that, I'm like, you mean you're a Protestant? I don't know what that means. I'm a Christian because they went to like an Assembly of God. They went to one of these fucking evangelical denominations that don't teach people shit. Give them a watered down version of the Bible. And like I learned in Sunday school, my Sunday school at my church taught me the differences between Orthodox, Roman Catholic, Protestant, mainline Protestant, and all these other denominations that came up after that. That's what religious education is about. Not just learning one fucking thing from your religion, learning about world religion, having a little bit of a fucking idea when it comes to talking about different faiths and different philosophies. But um, yeah, Chick Tracks, what an idiot that guy is. He claims that Catholics aren't Christian, and he probably knows that they think they're Christian, but he doesn't believe that they're real Christians. He strikes me as someone who's probably educated enough to know that there wouldn't be any Christians at all if it wasn't for the Roman Catholic Church. They were the only Christians for how many fucking years? none of us would be Christians by birth, no matter what we were in, if it wasn't for the Roman Catholic Church. That they are the original Christians, not the original Christians, I guess, but they were the first church, you know. And so these assholes who don't give them any credit for that, it just angers me, and I hate Catholics like anybody, but that's just stupid. I think Jack Chick is dead. Yeah, those are old. Those Chick tracks, right? Those were all drawn 50s to 70s. I want to say. I never heard of one until Richard Carrier showed them to me. Personally, I never came across one. I've seen a few of them now, but I did not know what that was. What's up, V1X? Hey, V1NCX. What's going on with you, man? Bing Bong 84, Wendy Bowman, and Donnelly.
Bing bong,
Bing Bong, Bing Bong.
like Inside Out,
Inside Out.
the movie.
Is there someone named Big Bong? Bing Bong?
Yeah,
I don't remember
her imaginary friend. Bing bong.
that. What you have for dinner, bro? Nothing, man. Nobody went out and got me any friggin'.
Excuse me, you trying to address me?
Did you get dinner? Did you?
No.
That's what I thought. Yeah, I'm hungry because nobody got me dinner. I'm teasing. It's not anybody's job to get me dinner. I just was thinking maybe somebody would like go get some dinner. Bing Bong was your favorite, right? So Heather knows what you're talking about. Bing Bong from Inside Out.
Heather knows.
Heather knows. They still make them. I came across a couple in the wild. I pick them up, so no one can find them. What, the Chick tracks? So you're talking about Bohemian Lucy, a Puerto Rican from Arizona. What's up? Bong, Bing Bong. Yeah, I was just a fan of Bong. I don't need the bang. Turtle Two Higher. Simon Drummond. What's up, fellas? Dark Star One. User a lot of numbers. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you all. But please do get a username. I like to read them. And the numbers go by too fast. It does. Oh, what are we talking about? Jack Chick. Identify. Dark Star One says, "Woot woot." What's up, Dark Star One? I am. I'm not feeling too bad today. I grew up Catholic. We had to go to other churches in our area for like an educational experience. That's awesome. If you got in a good church, if they made you do that. Um, why do Christians think their denomination is the right one when every other is saying the same thing? Blame Dan wants to know what the fuck is the difference between Christian denominations. Not a lot. Not a lot. Just the ability to run your own church, really. Um, especially with these mega churches. I don't know what the hell the difference is. Back in the day, you know, the old mainline Protestant sects, they would have slight little differences in their theology or their interpretation of scripture, or the way that they impinged upon your freedoms. You know, some churches were cool with you dancing and some of them weren't, you know, but the differences really were so minimal. But that was the genius of the kind of the ironic genius of the separation of church and state in America. Without a resultant explosion of Christianity across the country, um, was not what the founders intended. You know, that's what happened. If there had been a state church, then you wouldn't have seen that happen like that. But in effect, um, the separation of church and state enabled this to become such a Christian majority nation by allowing anybody to worship any way that they wanted and feel free to open up a church and give it any kind of fucking whatever the fuck. You don't give your kids medicine church, the snake handling church, the speaking in tongues church, the rolling on the floor in the dust and cat hair church, whatever the fuck it is. You know, anybody could open one, and it's proof positive of what I've been saying. That is that state and church are both stronger when they're separate. America is living proof of that, and now the government is in commingling with religion and becoming weaker. You know, when for years uh, they were able to achieve because they were free of that, and on the other side of the slate, the churches were free to thrive because they were free of any meddling from the government. But now that we've hit this modern age where the separation is fading and the line between church and state is going away, we see what's happening, right? The government is fucked. It's fucked in America. The government is absolutely fucked, and Christianity's fucked. The numbers are going down, right? They're in decline. So if they want to succeed, both of them, they'll get back to separating the two of them because they're bad bedmates, man. They do dirty sex together, and then bad things happen.
Who's
The
doing
problem,
dirty sex?
church and state.
Mm.
The problem with people with being able to interpret the Bible how you want means people can use it negatively. Yeah, well, even when you can't interpret it the way you want, you still use it negatively. But you're not wrong. Catholics pray to saints. Growing up Protestant, I was told they worshipped idols. Yeah, and that's the whole polytheism thing in Christianity is with the Trinity is one thing, but I've always thought that Catholics used like a loophole to get out of polytheism, but really still actively practice polytheism. Because if you pray to a saint and expect to get an answer, or if you assign a saint to be in charge of something like driving, right, right, or animals or whatever it is, and you need to like pray to someone specific that's not God because that's like the dude who's in charge of chickens, and your chickens are all dying, and you need to pray to the god of to the saint, the patron saint of chickens. You might not call him a god, but that's a god. You've assigned godlike qualities to a saint, and there you are. The Catholic Church has like a fucking million of them. They have one at least for every day of the year. Not to mention the cultishness with which they approach the Blessed Virgin. Right. It's been called the cult of Mary. I didn't make that up. But the Roman Catholic Church is the cult of Mary because they seem to worship Mary more than they actually worship Jesus. Wealth inequality is larger now than before the Great Depression. Yeah, that's because rich people don't pay taxes anymore. Saints are just people in heaven. Really, Arctic Lemon, is that right? Tell us more, please. That sounds like a really educated view. Um, there's no heaven, dude. My favorite one was Baby Jesus. They had one in church that they made look like it was growing. What do you mean? Black Atheist Rants, what's up, my guy? Good to see you here, man. What you been up to? Bury a statue of St. John in your front lawn and you'll sell your house. But leave it standing and you won't. Bury that fucking statue. You want to sell out? Bury the fucking statue, man. You got it standing up in your yard and you don't want to buy a house with a statue of St. John in front of it. Like one of those weird dino sponges. What's that? Oh, yeah, that grow baby Jesus where they like dump water on it. And it's like just like bloats up. That's awesome. There are no saint or rosary police. It's more of a personal thing. Police? What's that mean, Mountain Laurel? The Jesus Chia Pet. They should sell one of those. I would get one. If there was a Jesus Chia Pet, I'd get it. Long green-haired Jesus. That'd be awesome. Have you already talked about the hilarious MAGA gun church? No. What's up with is there a MAGA gun church? That just makes perfect sense, doesn't it, man? You know, most churches are like they got the sign where you can't bring your concealed carry weapon in. They're like, no weapons allowed here. This gun's like you can't come in unless you have a weapon, right? And then what happens when there's a fight in church? Everybody just stand up and pat, 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 pat. uh, I will Google. That's crazy. That is crazy. The major thing is you have to go to mass, or it's a moral sin. A mortal sin, right? A moral sin. My mother and aunt did it Roman Catholic at time. Did what? What did I miss? Okay, you gotta cook some din din now. Oh, you gotta cook din din. All right, buddy. See you later. Jeff Smith. Take it easy. St. Joseph is St. Joseph is the house dude, not St. John. Who gives a shit? What a bunch of fucking voodoo. Are you kidding me? Well, theologically, saints are people in heaven that we ask for prayers from, just like asking a friend. Is that official church doctrine? Arctic Lemon? You're asking someone who's already in heaven to pray to God for you? Please pray for us. I went to a Catholic church once, and people would write their prayer wishes, right? I had a board where like you could leave, requests. Please pray for my sister. She's got cancer, whatever it is. Someone wrote up there, "Dear God, please pray for Johnny Dupa." Asking God to pray. I'm thinking to myself, who the fuck does God pray to? Like this wasn't like we hear this all the time. You're probably right. It was like, oh, Saint Joseph, please pray for us. We need your help. Please pray for us. So maybe you're not exactly asking Saint Joseph for an actual favor, but I know people do. So don't you can't bullshit me. Some people are like Saint Christopher, please get us home safely. Um, but I'm thinking to myself, when you got to ask God to pray for somebody, that fucker must be in real trouble. I'm like, who's God got to go to pray to? Stephen Hawking? I mean, I'm like, why would anyone write that? God, please pray for Johnny Dupa. Heathen hugs from Brazil. What's up, Math GC Kunga? I don't know how to say that, man. It ends in an HA or an HO. It's got that weird Portuguese pronunciation that I don't really have my head around. The Eucharist is the main thing. Yes. Don't you miss the Eucharist? You saw Frank Turner? Was it cool, man? You're deaf now, right? The Mad Hatter was here. What's up, man? I had no idea this Frank Turner guy like had such a following. He'd go around on tour, and I'm out of touch. I've listened to a couple of the songs because people were like, "You got to listen to this dude." But here he is packing them in and blowing eardrums out at the rock show, man. Did he do some Rush covers for you, bro? The Bible does say that the spirit prays to God because we pray like morons. Yeah, we can't even get that right. We're so shitty. We can't even plead. Oh God. Mm-mm. It is church doctrine. We do it in the Orthodox Christian too. You mean the Eastern Orthodoxies? The other stuff is stop believing. Did you virtual possibility says you stopped believing fairy tales years ago. Yeah, how about it? Michelle Maria 1313 says bury St. John. Yeah, just bury him. I mean, that's a no-brainer. It's like, yeah, you're gonna sell your house easier if you bury that tacky statue than if you leave it up. So bury it. Saint Anthony is the sleuth who finds all lost shit. Why can't he find my fucking socks then, man? When they go through the wash. People now worship Trump, it seems like. Yeah, that's gross, isn't it? Yeah, I mean, I get it if you want to be conservative and you think that like Trump's like, the guy for your politics, but uh this worship, man, wow. I can't get my head around that one. That's right. In the name of Stephen Hawking, amen. But dear God, God's like out of options. Like, oh man, I need help. Well, who am I going to pray to? Shaban Fleming, what's up, Shaban? I have actually asked Saint Anthony when I lost something. I was like, couldn't hurt, right? Yeah, I guess. Then it was like little statue of him on it. He was like, did you check the couch cushions? Couldn't hurt. I think that's is that really faith though? You're like, I'll just try it because it couldn't hurt, right? I think that's grasping at straws more, but hey, hope you found what you were looking for. I was an atheist before when mom's explanation for why God didn't acknowledge dinosaurs was a test. Yeah, man, let's talk about the test thing. I see the people bringing this shit up all the time. It's like, well, you don't really understand, man. This world is a test. Where did that come from? It's not biblical, I don't think. Oh, guys, this world is a test. What kind of bullshit is that? Why did your youth pastor tell you that, or did like some church that promotes that idea, or somebody listen to to Ken Hovind or some asshole like bring this up? Because I don't, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think that's in the Bible. God would know if you're lying, wouldn't it? Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, yeah, the whole test thing is just like this again. This is like people's personal ideas, people's guesses. Somebody else was like, what the hell were they saying? It's just like you made that up, man. And which is cool. You make it up, but just go ahead and say you made it up. Don't act like you know that that's the biblical truth or that's God's word, because nobody knows. That they'll always they're quick to say that God is unknowable, works in mysterious ways. He has an unscrutable plan. But then they know something like that. Oh, this world's a test. This is God's experiment. This is up to Him. Okay, God, but you don't know what He wants, but here you're telling me exactly what He wants. Uh, Boils down to people not being familiar with what the Bible says and making things up. Yeah, I mean, or just being familiar with the Bible says and not being satisfied with it, because it's not satisfying. It doesn't answer all the things. So people are like, oh, okay. You get some sharpie pastor who thinks of something, says it, and then all of a sudden it's a catchphrase on people's lips. You're absolutely right. That's absolutely right. The testing sounds like some depression era traveling preacher bullshit. Yeah, you see him in the Dust Bowl now. You will survive this test. Just eat some of that dust, and if you pass this test, your reward shall be great in the next world. Like, okay, pops, thanks. And just another justification for why, bad shit happens to good people, right? And they think they'll pass the test by discriminating against minorities. The gas twink. They don't fucking know what they're doing, man. My son loves dinosaurs. I'm so glad we aren't religious. It'd be hard to lie to him. Yeah, the whole dinosaur thing. What the fuck? And it's only because people can't just be accepting of science. You could still be a Christian and believe that God put dinosaurs here, and the people who wrote the Bible didn't understand uh, any of that because they didn't have knowledge of dinosaurs because they were all already gone and they hadn't discovered fossils or been able to, research what they did find to figure it out. I was raised in a church where we believed all of those things were true. Dinosaurs were clearly there. The fossil record is there. We know the geological age of the Earth. We know the age of the universe. We know that evolution is true. All these things were accepted scientific fact in my church, and we just figured God started it all. In the beginning. You have to be a creationist fuckwit to be to talk about that dinosaur bullshit. It's silliness, man. It doesn't make a lick of fucking sense to me. But it's all about biblical literalism, which again is the deepest embarrassment for any religious person to take the Bible literally, like any of it was meant to be literal anyway. Most of it is metaphor. It was storytelling, passed down myths from generations of oral storytellers around the campfire, and then they ended up writing it down. And so the people who wrote it knew that it wasn't literal. They never expected assholes 2000 years later, 4000 years later in some cases, to be like, and the Bible says that Adam and Eve were the first people, and then they had three sons, and we all came from those three guys. But one of them was dead, so we all came from two of those guys. And yeah, well, women, yeah, but there was creatures that were like women in the land of Nod, right? And there's some bullshit justification for all of that shit. It's like, how? How? We know it's just a fucking story, man. God watched dinosaurs for millions of years. Yeah, man. God loved dinosaurs, man. He's just like, you think he like manipulated them like a kid with a set of toy dinosaurs? God's like, you put this Tyrannosaurus next to that vegetable eater and watch the fireworks. What's up, Kenosha? Exennial meme lord. What's going on, my friend? Uh Yeah, science wasn't even denied when you were young. Yeah, which is what, like 2 years ago, Kev. I don't understand it. Personally, it doesn't make a fucking lick of sense. But again, if people join the mega churches and they get just believe, you don't have to think. You don't have to spend your nights wondering why didn't the Bible mention this and talking, thinking to yourself about metaphor and allegory and all. You just believe what the preacher man says, and you're done for the week, and you can go about your fucking sinful life, resting assuredly in the knowledge that you will be saved, just because you went to the megachurch and put in your tithe and listened to what the bimbo preacher says, who probably doesn't even believe it either. He's just out there bilking people for money and giving them what they want to hear. Hey, buddy, what was the best part of your day today? It's right now, man. I love going live for you people so much. This is the best part of my day. Thanks, Tommy Shep. Good to see you. 2 years ago. You got a baby face, my friend. What can I say? Hello from a Montana atheist. Dig your lives. Thank you, Terrapod. What's up in Montana? Speaking of fossils, my dad's a ex-science teacher, lives in Montana, and we often go and look at the trilobites and the I don't even know cephalopods and the fossilized shells that you find at the top of a mountain. They used to be at the bottom of an ocean, and it's wonderful. It's fascinating. We go gem hunting in Montana. Um, and my dad was, he was that guy. He was a science teacher, loved science fiction, um, you know, loved new scientific knowledge. Omni magazine came out in the 70s, and Carl Sagan was the shit. And we all believed in God, but we still believed what we knew was fact because of discovery. What's up, Sin Free Atheist? Hey, man. Glad you could stop by, man. Too bad you got to go. Yeah, my dad's not too far from Bozeman, man. That's cool. Bozeman's an up and coming, neat little college town that's got something to show for it. I think. Um, no, no, my dad was a high school teacher in Connecticut. He retired to Montana because he loves fly fishing. That's why he's there. But he's not far. He's in Ennis, not far from Bozeman, really. Of course, and everything's relative, right? You're in Montana, it's like he's an hour from Bozeman. That's like the next town over, compared to like if you live in Rhode Island, where like the whole length of the state is probably the distance from Ennis to Bozeman. Uh, yeah, Earth is 4.5 billion years old. Religion less than 3,000. Where was God? Where was he? What was he doing? Hello from Minnesota, living blindly. Thanks, my friend. Love you for being here. Captain J. Grant, did I blow the skin flute today? You're funny. You're in sixth grade. Uh, no, I didn't blow any skin flute. Not there's anything wrong with that. But thank you. Thanks for asking. We dig dinos. Yeah, we do. And Montana's just full of fossils and really, really, really cool place. Interesting shit. I saw a video by a black creator suggesting using harmful what? I saw a video by a black creator suggesting using harmful and not wrong about racism. I don't get the sentence, buddy. Any advice on dealing with a religious family? Yeah. You mean like your family? Do you have to live with them? I just want to hang out with them personally. I mean, what's the big deal? If your family's religious to the point where they're bugging you about it, just don't spend a lot of time there because you're not all you're gonna do is run into trouble arguing. And if you come out, and you might get shunned, you might get bullied, you might get you might lose uh, the Facebook friends like I did, all my aunties and uncles in upstate New York. Um, they don't really communicate with me. But again, if I showed up there, they'd feed me and love me, and they wouldn't, but they don't want to see my atheism. So we're not really talking. But yeah, like Kevin says, everyone's circumstances are different. If you have to deal with your family because you need to live with them, then maybe just fake it. I don't know what to tell you. And treat them as the Bible teaches. They should respect everyone. Yeah, shun your religious family. There you go. Thank you. Visual possibilities. Just shun them. You know what? Just show up and like, you know what, you people, you are shunned because you won't shut up about religion. Saying harmful instead of wrong focuses on the actions and not the person. Oh, so like, yeah, I get what you're saying about the racism thing. Telling people it's harmful instead of wrong, right? And then it focuses on the acts like love the sinner but hate the sin. Yeah, I guess. Oh, poor Heather, you're still faking it. I know, but your parents love you, and you still need them a little bit. It's rough. I can't wait for the story when you can finally when you finally tell them. I want to be there to hear it when you do. Thanks, Blue Muffin, for getting yourself blocked. Um, uh, for preaching on the train. Had to say it twice. Jesus Christ is King, and Jesus is King. Jesus is King of the dead Jewish zombies. Uh, uh, on my latest video, I us. You're typing too fast, sin free. Follow sin free atheist if you don't. Um, he's a creator of the atheist variety. You're still faking it too. Inclusion is beautiful. Oh, that's too bad. I don't have to fake it anymore. I just, but my family, immediate family is not very big. And my dad and my sister, not very religious. Just my mom's, she really loves Jesus, really loves being born again. She's one of them ladies got a got a daily devotion kind of book by her bed all the time. It's like every day there's like an exercise you can do. To get closer to God by imagine the millions of dollars you can make by writing one of those fucking books. I mean, a certain amount of people are just going to buy it, no matter what the hell it is. Is your mom catching on? Yeah, yeah. Uh, Moms are intuitive, and I know that they're not completely daft. So sooner or later, she's probably going to figure it out. And you're probably like you're probably letting little clues slip, aren't you? Uh, Tried to quick spam, didn't work. Yeah, thanks, Kev, for taking care of that turd. Blue muffin. It was, and what's the Bible say about what's Jesus say about preaching in public too, or praying in public, right? They always they need to remember that one a lot. I think the whole pious American, keeping God in the public square. That's not where Jesus wanted it. You know what I mean? It's right there for you. I say stop. I'm not talking about it. Yeah, that's where my mom says when I start talking about atheism. She's like, she knows she can't argue with me because, of course, they're arguing with shit. There's nothing to argue with. Um, and so you have to be a special kind of lunatic to like argue for your Christianity. You got to be like a Ken Ham's type of dude who's just never going to listen to anything anybody says and just like double down on his fucking bullshit. It takes a special kind of person to keep at it when there's nothing for you. There's no leg to stand on when it comes to arguing. Um, why do you not believe in God? Because there's no evidence that such a creature exists. That's why. And there's all kinds of evidence that people made him up across the world, across the millennia, in different forms and different religions. We know that human beings made up God because if God was real, there would only be one idea of God, and he or she could easily make that idea known to everybody. But the very fact that there's 4,000 religions, some of them which don't even include a God, and some of them which include many gods, is evidence that there's no God, because they can't all be right. And the idea that one of them might be right when none of them have any more evidence than the other one is rank stupidity. Your break is over. Bye. If you have time to see my latest video, I use harmful about. I will. Thank you, Simfree. I'll try to watch more. I need to watch more of everybody's videos, but it's a rotten time of the year for me to be trying to keep up with that shit. And it will be. I will have time soon, and I'll try to pay more attention to y'all because I do love my creator friends, and I think it's important that we all support each other. Would I ever convert to Islam? Um, no. BG Kurd or Kurdistan. PG Kurdistan. Poor Kurds. I feel bad for the Kurds. They get breaded and deep fried, and then they get eaten here in Wisconsin. They're tasty, but they squeak when you bite them, like they're alive still. So, I have sympathy for the Kurds. I think the Kurds need more respect, and um, but they are tasty with a little marinara dip. I posted a very cute video of my dog. It made you cry. Oh, I'll check it out. Do you like Islam? I slam Islam. See what I did there? I broke up the syllables. I slam Islam. Do I like Islam? Islam's a motherload of bad ideas, just like Sam Harris said. Well, I guess Travis won't be out here next week. Trish is on one again. What? I don't have any idea what that means. Uh, Travis won't be out here. Dico v Corona. What does that mean? Dickov Corona. Well, I guess Travis won't be out here next week. Trish is on one again. What, a bender? I don't know what that means, man. Uh, but seriously, no, the Kurdish family. I tease about the cheese curds, but um, yeah, I mean the Kurds is a religious minority, suffering under the weight of oppression from those who would smack them around and do a genocide. The Kurds, the Yazidis. I mean, everybody's got the right to exist, and I despise religion. I think it's a net negative on society, but the people who are just trying to practice their religion in peace and are getting put down by Islamic fundamentalists or getting missionaried on by Christian zealots, or anybody else, who's using their might as a majority to beat down other people. Um, it's a shame, and we're losing, culture. We're losing native mythologies that could be, studied and uh, protected and cherished as part of our natural history of the planet. All those people are are sadly, getting slowly beat down by colonialism, imperialism, or plain old fascism, and war. It's brutal. I think Dawkins was the one who asked who created the creator or something like that. Yeah, that's a tough one. People can't really answer that. We're suffering mainly as a consequence of the legacy of colonialism and imperialism. Yeah, you're probably right. The Kurdish family. Nothing good about any of that shit. Ironically, Jesus surely wasn't baptized as an infant. No, I mean, if we're to believe anything about Jesus, he was baptized by John the Baptist, but likely just a myth, like all the stories of Jesus. Yeah, she's fighting with all of them over at Mark, saying, "What are you guys talking about?" When my son was a baby, the nanny snuck him into the church and had him baptized. Really? That's I would fire that fucking nanny in a second. Popeyes, you miss a bit? I miss Popeyes too. Yeah, Moni man say could have had some Popeyes for dinner. Is that what we're talking about? Chicken? Popeyes, I miss a bit. Says yeah, Monet. Yeah, Monet Manze.
Who is Popeyes?
Huh?
Who is Popeyes?
I don't know. Somebody said they miss Popeyes.
Me too.
Do some people require religion to live? There's someone for everything. I mean, there's probably somebody out there who thinks that they need religion in order to live. I don't think that medically that's probably um, verifiable. I think but there's people who probably think that they need religion to live. I don't think that's probably even all that uncommon. Hiya, man. Drink up for Ragnarok. Absolutely. Mayor Ernestoson, Mar Ernestoson, 1030. That's a hell of a handle, my friend. So do things that there was a so do things that there was a real Jesus with a lot of exaggeration or just made up? That's a rough sentence, Bohemian Lucy. So do things that there was a real Jesus with a lot of exaggeration or just made up? Uh, um, I don't understand. Do live in America? Well, we live in the United States. I want to get scolded for saying that, we live in America. As America's like 30 countries. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, your Canadians and your Mexicans are all like, we're Americans too. Okay. But yeah, if you're from the US, we get called Americans. So it's a trap. Yeah, no, yeah, I live in America. My teacher says, love the believer, hate the belief. There you go. That's nice. That's a good t-shirt. Inclusion is beautiful. I love that. No religion need to be a good person, and you'll go to a good place after this life. What good place is that? Hole in the ground? Scatter my ashes? Because nations were carvated out by a bunch odd drunken nutters in Britain, etc. Yeah, I can't defend capitalism. But that's not an excuse for ISIS either, is it? Hello, Miss M1 Saha. Hope you are well. Not doing bad. You want pancakes, Heather? It's late, man, but you're making me hungry talking about food.
Me too.
Go get some food, woman. What are we gonna eat? It's already 9:30. They'll go for a little bit longer here. Really appreciate all you guys being on board here on a Wednesday night. It's hump day. Uh, do you think? Yeah, no, I think I pretty much got it. I think uh, they're talking about the things that Jesus did in the Bible were exaggerated or completely made up. I think it's a combination. I'm not convinced Jesus ever lived personally. So, the writers of the New Testament, the Gospels especially, we're making shit up retro to promote a new religion. There's nothing about the Gospels to me that is convincing enough to believe that any of it are real stories of things that Jesus did, even if Jesus was an ascetic rabbi or wandering preacher or cult leader, whatever the hell. The people who want to say that there was probably a Jesus, but he wasn't much like the guy in the Bible. It was just like, yeah, maybe. But, Yeshua, or that was a common ass name. There might have been 50 rabbis with bare feet and robes and long hair walking around the fucking Middle East at the time. There's just no reason to think that any of it is really really true or really happened. So I tend to think it's one or the other. They're all exaggerated or they're all made up. It's hard to it would be harder for me to think about them. Some of them being exaggerated and some of them being made up because I think it's one or the other. Jesus never existed, and so the shit is all made up. Or Jesus was a wandering preacher whose then story became mythicized legend. Actual history became mythicized through the addition of the miracles and the different things that Jesus was supposedly did. So to me, it's probably one or the other. They were all exaggerated or they were all made up. Catholicism came from Christianity, right? Yeah, I mean, Catholicism was the first coalescence of real Christian. And there was early Christian cults were numerous, the Gnostics and there's a whole bunch of different early churches, the churches that Paul wrote letters to, those you couldn't call those Catholic yet. But once the Roman Empire got a hold of Christianity, made it the official religion, that's when Roman Catholicism began and started like really rolling, started gaining momentum. So no, I mean Catholics weren't the first Christians, they were the first big organized Christian denomination that then had political power and military might and um, rulers who were willing to get together and decide at the councils of Nicaea and different meetings like that to decide official doctrine. This is what we are now. This is what you have to believe if you're one of our sheep, and the rest of the bullshit is heresy. So let it go. And then Roman Catholicism became Christianity for the next whatever 1,000 years. When was the Great Schism? Does anyone remember? The Eastern Orthodoxies broke off first from Roman Catholicism, and again, it's mostly political happenings. But before that, before the Great Schism, there really was only Roman Catholicism for a long ass time. Jesus was necessary to revolt against the evils of the Romans. Okay, I might have to agree with the other one. Yeshua was a human rabbi and was exaggerating and just died. He just died like everybody does. There's always been charismatic folks people want to emulate. That's what it's always been about. Yeah, well, like most people are leader are followers, and then few people are leaders. But if you're a leader, you can say whatever you want with conviction and authority, and a certain amount of people are going to follow you. That's why cults still pop up. People are looking for somebody to follow, and 90% of people are just like, just tell me what to do, man. I'll fucking do it. So yeah, I mean that's certainly always a possibility that Jesus just was a charismatic rabbi. Sons of God are usually manic. I'm sorry, I sometimes have trouble getting my thoughts. I know you guys. It's hard. I make fun of you for typos, but it's hard to understand too if they don't come out clean. So take your time. My thumbs are big. I'm no better. If I was doing what you guys are doing and trying to get questions out, they'd all be fucked up too. I don't. I can't really talk. Um, if Jesus existed, he was just a hippie with some party tricks. Jesus was a train conductor. Wouldn't that have been cool? The peace train. To deny a creator, shouldn't it one know and understand all religions and history to be sure? Um, to deny a creator, shouldn't one know and understand all religions and history to be sure? Why? I don't get why all religions and history are more valid than your personal observations and thoughts, right? All of religions and history were started by a charismatic leader, like our guy just said. Um, and they're just guesses. They're not based on anything more valuable than what you have going on in your mind. So I don't think so. I don't think you need to know anything about any world religion to understand that there's no creator. All you got to do is use your observational skills and follow um, discovery, follow the scientific advancements that we've made, and that we should have made a lot more if it wasn't for religion holding us back. So I can't agree with that one. I think you can reject a creator, even if you never heard of religion. Romans acted as gods, and so Jesus comes along to say all humans are equal. Um, yeah, I don't know about that Kurdish family. I don't believe that Jesus came along to say that all people are equal. That's how they spun it when he was long dead. And he doesn't say that all people are created equal. He says that rich man, a rich man will have more trouble getting into heaven than a camel going through the eye of a needle. So it was the meek who are going to inherit the earth, not the strong. If you read Jesus's messages, he doesn't talk about all people being equal. He doesn't. It's just it doesn't hold up to that kind of scrutiny. He absolutely made value judgments. Monday literally means moon day in old English. Okay, I'm not religious, but you need to be able to contextualize history. He said that in heaven everyone is equal, not necessarily on earth. Huh? Okay, but if you can't get into heaven because you weren't, good enough, um, how are you going to get to be equal? Uh, who knows, man? Your buddy Tom joined. What's up, Tom? What's going on with you? Thanks for being here. Sarah smiles. All right. Everybody like the Hall and Oates song. Sarah smiles. One of my daughter's favorite songs. Adam Legatura went by too fast for me. Lauren Shoes. What's up? Thanks for the likes. Tap the screen for giving me likes. I like it. Yes, Wednesday, Odin's Day. Who's are you guys talking about the days of the week now? Wooden. Uh, Jiu-jitsu is life. What's up? What's up with you? I'm scrolling back here to see what I missed. Knowledge, rationalism, and wisdom, like Apollo and Athena. There you go. Uh, have you seen the banana explanation with the is that the um with what's his face? One of the K's. Not, is it not Ken Hovind? It's yeah, I've seen it where with Kurt with the kid from the smarmy Christian kid from TV, Growing Pains kid, what was his name? Kirk Cameron, right? And talking about how the banana was uniquely made for humans to hold. That's like what do the other fruits get fucking fucked out of having a handle and a pull tab on the top? Fits perfectly in your hand. What am I thinking of? It's not Ken Hovind. It's the other guy, isn't it? Either way, he's a moron. One of those Australian putzes who um, had to come to America to apply their creationist trade. Oh boy, here we go. Much of the scientific revolution was a consequence of Muslims. Yeah, okay. Um, too bad the golden age of Islam is so fucking far in the past. We don't deny that. I did a video recently about how uh, that mentioned the fact that the Crusaders were living in dirty, disgusting, plague-filled Europe were decades behind the enlightened Muslim scholars of the golden age of Islam. And yet here we are with the Kurds getting shit on and the Yazidi getting shit on by fundamentalist fuckwits who have no idea what a golden age could possibly be. So why isn't the golden age still going on? Why aren't we still getting scientific discoveries from Muslim fundamentalists? Why is that? That's the trouble with you Americans. Yeah, the trouble with you Americans. Yeah. Thanks for telling us what the trouble with us is. Really appreciate that. Uh, uh, uh. Islam comes along to add humility. Yeah, that's what we really get reminded of is humility from Islam these days. Um, it's really when you get your head cut off for being a reporter, or you have to stab your sister because she showed herself on social media. It really speaks to the gobs of humility that Islam comes with. Dino chicken nugs are superior. Yeah, chicken nuggets are gross. Unless they're made out of whole pieces of chicken. Don't eat chicken nuggets. The pink slime stuff will kill you dead. About European and medieval, I'd rather be in the golden age of feudal Japan. Yeah, how about it? How you doing today, Sauce Kiyuchiha? What's up, Sauce Kiyuchiha? Ray Comfort, thank you. I do. There's all this C's, right? Ken Ham, Comfort, and Kent Hovind. There's always these hard CK sounds. Ray Comfort. Well, the Reason Rally, the guys from Cog Dis, I want to say, or Scathing Atheist, maybe. They set him up. He was there at the Reason Rally. Ray Comfort was, and two guys pretended they wanted to get their picture taken with him, and then they had somebody count to three, right? They were on either side of him, and when the guy counted to three taking the picture, they both leaned in and kissed him on the cheeks. And he was absolutely flummoxed. Man, he had no idea how to react or what to do. It was priceless. One of my only that's the only time I've ever seen Ray Comfort in person, or really besides the banana bit. I don't pay much attention to that stuff. Don't hate on chicken nuggets. Listen, sister, I make chicken nuggets at home, and you take a whole breast fillet, organically raised, free range chicken, cut it into your own nuggets, bread it, deep fry it. They're fucking delicious, and you don't have to worry about the ridiculous, insane poison that is the pink slime. Have you ever seen the video on that stuff? I'm with you. I was young. I ate some chicken McNuggets too, but now it's like, ooh, I have a hard time putting the fucking processed chicken nugget in my mouth. Uh, I speak English and Spanish. Me too. I studied Spanish for 2 years, never really learned to communicate. And yeah, studying is bogus. You need to just go be immersed. Did you hear of synthetically grown meat they are working on? No, that'd be sweet. I'll try some of that. I would have vegan or plant-based nuggets. All right, man. I'll try anything once, my friend. Yeah, I've seen it. It's just like that video with the hot dogs. Yeah, hot dogs. Yeah, hot dogs are nasty too, man. I eat a hot dog now and again, but it's always like a Angus beef only the hot dogs that say made with chicken, pork, and turkey. Whoo, boy. I moved back to Northern Europe. There was no Spanish to practice after high school. Hey, Radical Dimes, what's up? You're back with the dimes. What's up with the pennies, man? Didn't you change to radical pennies? Big difference between chicken nuggets and chicken nuggets. Yeah, it's true. um, I'm rolling back through the comments here to see what I missed. Biblical events, possibly a perception of the times, and they wrote it down what they perceived. Um, I'm not sure how to answer that or what I think about it. I mean, that's what everybody does when they write something down is what they perceived, right? But um, I'm not sure how that translates into perceiving things that couldn't happen. Did someone perceive Ezekiel perceive the vision in the sky of the four-eyed monster with the whatever. I was just reading it a little while ago. I don't know. That's tough to get my head around. I was invited to a Bible study session yesterday, last minute. Did you go? Eee. McFlurries only. All right. Thanks, Terrapod. Thank you for being here. We'll see you later, man. Let's go, Brandon. Mechanically separated chicken. McNuggets crushed beaks and claws. You wish they had beaks and claws in. That would be at least closer to real chicken than what's in actual McNuggets. Chicken nuggets are the only thing I can eat while driving without making a mess. Yeah, I don't really care about making a mess, so I eat whatever I want while I'm driving. Um, and I do too much of that, and it can't be good for your digestion or your driving. Yeah, talk about distracted. I like going on the road, chewing on a fucking chicken leg. Uh, uh, but I feel you. I don't mean to get down. Chicken nuggets. Hey, man, uh, they are tasty. Hello, fellow heathens, and no shit, Sherlock. What's going on? Jan Kubicek, Free Fee 97, Baconator, Gabby O. Love to give you guys a shout out, and I'm sorry I missed so many. Testudo Wormwood, Wormwood Scrubs, Testudo Wormwood. What does that mean? Burn CD, excuse me, Burn CDXX. I miss the chicken selects. I wonder why they got rid of them. People probably didn't eat them. It was probably too healthy for people. It was the reason why I miss McBroccoli, but they're not bringing that back. I usually talk to him when he's on campus. Who? The guy who invited you to the Bible study? I don't like hamburger much, so I don't have many options at most fast food places. Yeah, my advice would be to stop going to fast food places. They're talk about the fucking devil incarnate, man. Ooh, I try to stay away from it. You know what I had for lunch today? A falafel sandwich. Got a nice place in town, Middle Eastern food. There's something that came great. There's something that came, from Muslim scientists. All right, Kurd family. Awesome, awesome, awesome Middle Eastern food. I love all of that shit, man. Shawarma and kefta and falafel and baba ganoush. One of my favorite fucking things to eat. But the best use for eggplant ever was baba ganoush. Love all that food. And we got a great place in town. Really great, cheap, outstanding. Got me a nice falafel sandwich with some tahini. Always get extra tahini because I like it wet, my friend. Now I'm picturing you driving while trying to eat a bowl of soup. I have driven while eating a bowl of soup and rolling a joint with my other hand. Believe it, and talking on the phone and texting. All of those things I've done while driving. Not proud of it. Just saying. Multitask. Have you seen? Oh yeah, that's I'm way back here. What is going? Uh, how what? The best food ever though is French fries. You're a big French fry guy. Like yes, Twink likes French fries. Who's your favorite French fries out there, man? Ooh, French fries are good. I just lost my ring light. I'm trying to see. Like that's another failing of my studio. Did you get food?
No.
Damn.
Who you talking to like that?
Ooh, I can hear your phone out there, and you still haven't brought anybody any food. Um, but let me know who you like to get French fries from. Like, French fries are good if they're like really hand cut with the skin on and stuff. And oh, that I don't even McDonald's French fries they don't turn me on anymore. Wendy's they used to be decent, now they changed them to this fake. It's like they're not really natural because they're frozen, so they can't really call them natural, but they're like natural cut or something like that. Not that good. But if you go to like a local place or even like Five Guys, I hate. You guys like Five Guys? Five Guys burgers are the most overrated, expensive burgers that there's ever been in the fast food market. You go down there and you pay like literally like 8, $9 for like this skinny little dried up fucking piece of shit hamburger. But their fries are pretty tasty. My kid loves Five Guys, so I take them once in a while. I'm always like, fuck did I spend $15 on, man? You got a fucking burger and fries. And it's like the burger's like $10 and I could get a $10 burger at 100 bars in this town that blow the doors off a Five Guys piece of shit fucking patty. Disgusting. How did you do all that while driving is what you were asking, Bohemian Lucy? Because I'm talented. What can I tell you, my friend? I don't like to waste time. If I'm driving somewhere and I need to do that other shit, I do. I'm teasing. I don't advocate texting and driving. I really tried to quit that. It took me a minute, and then I'm like, you know what, this is not smart. So I put it down. But you steer with your knee first of all, and that frees up everything. You put on cruise control, you steer with your knee, and then you got two hands on a mouth. You can do whatever the fuck you want with. Wendy's Baconator fries are pretty bomb. Wendy's, I feel like every time, like Wendy's, if you're gonna eat a fast food burger, Wendy's they're pretty tasty. Whew, I feel like I put on 70,000 fucking pounds if I go and eat like one Wendy's double meal. I just, I don't know. I feel like it's really, really a shit ton of calories. So again, I don't try to do it a lot anymore. You only had Five Guys once, and it was an NC. Yeah, NYC. Yeah, the fries are good, but anybody who spends money on a Five Guys burger is a fucking lunatic. They're just not worth the money.
You did that.
What are you yelling at? I did it because my kid loves it. I don't buy that shit from me. I did it once to try it. I did it the first time. I bought a Five Guys and tried it, and I'm like, really? This is what you get? This is a $4 burger, $3 burger, not a fucking 8.50 burger. Thoughts on detention facilities unjustifiably killing immigrants at the border of Texas. I have no idea what that's about. Is that, and I'm not. If I did, I would comment on it. But that kind of op, 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 opera That's a lot of consonants, buddy. Yeah, I don't know. Is that something new? Is that what's going on with the detention facilities? And I don't get it, man. Fucking Texas again. Culver's, you like Culver's? Culver's burgers suck, dude. I don't know what the fucking big deal is with burger. If you can't go to a place that'll make you a medium rare burger, to me, you shouldn't be eating the burger. That's just Culver's is like I went into Culver's and they're like, burgers cooked to order. And I'm like, I'll have a medium rare one. And she's like, well, we cook them all medium well. I'm like, well, that's disgusting. Why does your sign say cook to order if you don't cook it to my order? Well, that means we cook it when you order it. You mean you burn it when I order it, is what you mean. That's what you mean. So Culver's, I don't mind Culver's. They have good custard. They some of their other stuff is good. You can get chicken, you can get a fish fry, you can get it's a little bit greasy. They got a Reuben, a little bit greasy, tasty. Their burgers overrated. Red Robin burgers aren't bad. You're right. Red Robin burgers aren't bad, and they will. They'll cook it for you, so it's pink in the middle. And if you're eating a burger and you're eating it medium well, you shouldn't be eating beef. You know what I mean? It just shows that you don't like beef. You don't understand how beef tastes its best. You ever go down the road and see a food truck that's a meat delivery truck, and they got a big fucking steak, a big thick filet mignon, or a big fucking steak sliced open on the inside? Do you ever see a picture of that when it's not pink on the inside? No, because everybody who knows, anybody who's an expert, any cook, any chef, anywhere knows you don't fucking cook beef, especially a tasty steak. You don't cook it past medium rare. If you do, you're not. You just shouldn't be eating it. Eat fucking fish. Denny's, Smash Brothers, Smash Burgers, right? Is that a burger joint? Like if it's a greasy little burger, like there's, I don't mind a burger that's cooked all the way through. If it's like one of those little greasy fucking uh Um, but like Wendy's, for example, you know what I mean? They're juicy enough to so that you don't have to leave them pink in the middle. But if you're at a bar and you're getting like a gourmet burger and you're asking them to cook it well done, you're a putz. I'm sorry, I got no respect for your intelligence. Farm burger, Atlanta area, kind of pricey but good. That sounds nice. I like the pink too, my friend. Yeah, like a slider. Yeah, if you're going to White Castle, yeah, that's different. You know, then you got different issues. But I got a soft spot. Well, I don't, it's been a long time because I don't like to eat that kind of food really anymore. But um, I was a sucker for White Castle for some time. I don't mind admitting, and I like the mustard. They give you Dusseldorf mustard. It's actually really really tasty. The packets of mustard, some of the better Dusseldorf mustard that I've ever had anywhere. I love getting a nice cheeseburger slider from White Castle and slapping some of that Dusseldorf mustard on it, man. Someone told me that White Castle burgers are 100% liver. I don't know if that's true, but if it is, then it's the best use of liver since anything. And um, but again, it's just a reason that you probably shouldn't be eating them there. Your local bowling alley has the best French fries. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. You have a place like that, that's like an independent place that's making their fries, man. There's a Oak Park, Illinois, place called Parky's that always just like, and you can watch them just like smashing those spuds through the masher or through the thing that cuts them into the fry, and then they throw them right in the fryer. Oh, bunch of salt, man. But I'll tell you guys, what you're not knowing because you're too young, all of you, is that before the 80s, you used to be able to get fries that were cooked in like cholesterol oil. And that, my friends, was a treat. You can't get that anymore. And some fries are pretty good, but nobody's got oil that's with, old school oil that's not cholesterol free. Everybody's using cholesterol free oil now. And I think it's probably, the regulation or industry understanding that they're not going to go back to that stuff. But let me tell you what, in the days before cholesterol free oil, when they would soak your fries at McDonald's in some fucking oil, There's no comparison. God, those fries were good. Oh my god. Beef tallow. Yeah. George Carlin. I love it. People who are like, beef tallow." They think they're gonna fool you because we don't know what tallow is, right? Uh, Fries don't transport well unless they are wedges. Yeah, that's true. You get fries from your favorite takeout bar, and they get them in a styrofoam box. They're not they steam themselves and they get rubbery or something, and they're never I agree completely. They don't transport well. Yeah, trying to you remember Sudhir Patel. What are you doing, buddy? Haven't seen you in a while. The McDonald's large fries were tremendous. They were fucking great, and you get like independent places that would do the same thing and have even better fries. There was a place called Jerry's in Beloit, Wisconsin, that was two guys, Gerald and Richard, and they opened up a place called Jerry's, and it was a McDonald's knockoff. But you could get like a pound of fries. It would sell a pound of fries, and it was cooked in that old school oil, man. And like sometimes that's what you could afford on a Sunday. You go down and get a pound of fries for like 79 cents or whatever the fuck it was, and like you'd be full. And oh god, they were good. What's my opinion on Satanism? Oh, we're back to religion. I love Satanism, man. It's just so much better than its opposite. Recook your fries in an air fryer. Recook them like if they're cold. Yeah, the old apple pies were deep fried too back in the day. Yeah, I do remember that. Yep. Unfortunately, I never really ate the pies that much back when I was a kid. I didn't. First of all, McDonald's was like a treat for us. We get it like once a month. My family would be like, "All right, we can take you to McDonald's tonight." You know, it wasn't like ubiquitous like it is today, and one on every corner. That was like eating out for us. You know, you grew up poor, and I'm not really poor, but you know, my parents didn't splurge on dinner out very much. So going to McDonald's is actually like, hey, to gonna go to McDonald's, get a milkshake, get fries, and have your fun dinner out for little kids. It was a treat. They're very always like hoping you had enough fries to last till the end of your shake, right? Otherwise, it's like, then you got nothing but cold. Love your Ninja air fryer. Yeah, I've never tried that. That's cool. Uh-oh, the real Kevin Bacon says Satanism cringe. Oh, why? Why, man? Satanism. Uh. Yeah, McDonald's was a treat back then, and now it's something to completely avoid. I do, and I avoid it all as much as I can. I will confess to getting a breakfast once in a while, if I'm really starving in the morning. Heart Attack Grill in Las Vegas cooks their fries in beef tallow, I think, do they? Maybe, man, maybe. You can't beat it, my friend. Uh-uh. They are always packed. Air fryer is a game changer for reheating pizza, really. I don't know. I'm good with cold pizza. You know what I mean? If your pizza tastes like really bad cold, it's because you have shitty pizza. Like you can't like eat cold Little Caesars or cold Domino's or cold, chain pizza. Pizza doesn't. But if you have like a really quality pizza, it's cold pizza the next day is why reheat it? It just like gets shitty if you reheat it. But I find the regular oven, if I do need to reheat pizza, you just got to do it right. You can't leave them in there too long. Uh, Yeah, I can only eat cold local pizza. Yeah, that other pizza, that's the way to tell. Like a lot of things. Like that's why you know you're eating like McDonald's is like not real food because if you leave a McDonald's burger out, like if you leave a burger that you made out and just leave it out, what happens to it? It gets moldy, right? No, McDonald's burger turns into a hockey puck. It never gets moldy. It won't. And you've all seen this, right? You all seen that freaking 3-day old McDonald's burger that you could play hockey with, right? You can't trust food like that. Can't trust food. Yeah, I agree. I grew up in New England, and it does have great pizza. Maine, I don't know what Maine has for pizza, but New England, the pizza places are run by Greeks. In the Midwest, where I am now, Greeks run the family restaurants, usually they pancake houses and that kind of thing. And it's a real thing with immigrants here from Greece is to own those kind of restaurants. But back when I was growing up, what you thought was an Italian place was likely owned by a Greek, and man, God, they made good pizza. Absolutely agree. New England's got bomb pizza. It really does. Even after decades, have you seen the YouTube clips of people having a Big Mac saved for decades? No, no, but I believe it. The place I went to was not good. Where? What are you talking about, Gigi? How do I feel about Italians? What kind of question is that, man? I love everybody. I don't discriminate on if you're from Italy or from fucking Greece, man. What the hell? I love everybody, man. Italians, awesome. Oh my God, Greek lasagna. That's what I'm talking about. Greece, good food. I normally avoid pizza unless it's mushroom pizza. Then the pizza, I don't feel like you have to have pizza to eat mushrooms. Uh, Kevin Rubik says, I'm 1% Italian. You smoothie, you. uh, I worked at a place that cooked on the stone New York style. Yeah, New York pizza is where it's at. I like those big, big, giant slices with a big doughy crust folded in half at the end. I can't take it. Um, yeah, who's got beef with Italians? Not me, man. Italian beef, tasty. We got a great Italian deli up the road here in Kenosha. It's absolutely world class. There's an Italian market there's no place in Chicago like it. Even it's just fucking fantastic. Oh, the best pizza in New York City? Yeah, I mean it's a huge place. I'm sure there's bad pizza in New York, but in general, I like that style better with the big slices with a doughy, yeasty crust on it that's kind of chewy. In the Midwest, they make this infinity crust pizza, I call it, where there's like no handle on the end of it. The crust is just like it just ends, and they call it a cracker crust, and it's as thin as a fucking. It's like eating pizza on a saltine. And if it's got good sauce and good toppings, it's okay. But I don't prefer that. It's like you can't hold it without getting your fingers in the sauce a little bit, and then they cut it into little squares. It's like I might order a pizza here, I have to ask for it pie cut because if you order a large pizza in the Midwest, you're gonna get it cut into fucking 16 squares. What the fuck is that about? And then it doesn't have a crust on it. So it's like having pizza's like you get ugh, it's such a stupid fucking thing. Chicago pizza is trash. Oh, I hate her. Nah, it's just different, man. And go to Bacino's, get a nice stuffed spinach and mushroom pizza. You'll fucking die, my friend. No, so I don't agree with that. Some Chicago pizza is really good. Yeah, of course. Boston's got great pizza places. I'll be in Boston in November. Italian food gives me terrible gas. Well, it's a lot of cheese, my friend. You're probably a little lactose intolerant. Pepe's in New Haven is good pizza cut into squares. Do they cut it into squares there? Sorry. What's the place again? I'm Chicago. Bacino's. You never had a Bacino's stuffed spinach and mushroom from Bacino's, but Bacino's always my favorite. But I don't mind any of that. Deep dish pizza. It's pretty good. Gino's East and Uno's and Connie's. There's lots of places you can get it. And some of it's better than others. I always liked Eduardo's. They're going away. I think Eduardo's is a small chain, and it's not, I don't even know if there's any left again. You going to the FFRF convention? NJ Olives. Make sure you look me up, my friend. We'll be there. Bacinos, Bacinos. There's one on Belmont, I want to say, and there was 3 or 4 of them. It's not a huge place. Uh, I've met Lucian Greaves of the Satanic Temple. They do great things. It's not a religious group. Yeah, no, it's a religion for the purposes of shoving religion up the religious people's asses. That's cool. I've interviewed Lucian Greaves on the old show, but that's cool. You got to meet him. Do you agree with Wilma? What's Wilma say? You been talking about Fred Flintstone's wife? What do you think about Shamima Begum, the ex-British Irish bride? I don't have any idea who Shamima Begum is. Uh, Sorry, Avmand Moore. What's up, man? I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, how about the food talk tonight, man? I haven't eaten, and now it's like, ooh, it's after 10 o'clock already. So I'm gonna blast off. That was a fast 2 hours. Thanks for being here, everybody. But I do got to find myself some kind of food. Um, Make sure you follow us on YouTube, on Instagram, on Facebook, on Twitter, wherever else you feel like finding us. We're there. It's all Atheist Underground. You can catch the podcasts on iTunes or Spotify. Again, Atheist Underground. You can go to atheistunderground.com and catch all the old episodes. And so do they used to live off of Belmont. That's what I'm talking about, man. So did I. Anna breaks for Fraggles. Used to love Moti Mahal, Indian food that was spectacular. Didn't even mind the roaches on the walls. The food was so fucking good. God, I love that place. I think it's probably gone now. But there was a Pacino's right there, I think, at Belmont and down by in between Racine and Sheffield somewhere, um, down there. So yeah, take it easy. I will see you again on Sunday morning, if not before. And thanks for all the food talk. Now I'm going to starve to death, and I don't know what to do. Got no food in the house, but take it easy. Love you all. I will see you soon. And that is all for me. Um, and one guy on YouTube. Oh, sorry, Jay. Sorry I missed you, buddy. Take it easy. Take it easy, people. I'll see you again soon. Oh, sorry, JG, if you're still there on YouTube. Why is it that Christians think it is moral to torture an innocent person to death so they can get out of a punishment that they deserve? Does that refer to something, man? I don't know if you're still here, buddy, but I'll have to think about that question. I don't know what that means, man. Why is it that Christians think it is moral to torture an innocent person to death? Oh, you mean Jesus? I get it what you're saying now. I don't know. The whole fucking myth falls when you look at it. It's just stupid. It just uh, Jesus's death was a metaphor for God giving up the thing that had to be most important to him, because the thing that was most important to any ancient family was a firstborn son. If you were lived in ancient times, your firstborn son was the most important thing. If you were just a farmer or a family or hunters or whatever it was, you needed a firstborn son to carry on your legacy, to work the farm, to do to inherit you. I mean, that was just everything to them. That's why the Bible's so full of plagues of killing the firstborn son. And God, told Abraham to kill his firstborn son, and the plagues of Egypt, killing your firstborn son, and Herod going around killing everybody's firstborn son. They find Jesus. It's because that was the worst thing that anybody could conceive happening to them. So it's obvious myth writing to write that God loved us so much that he would sacrifice his only son, his first son and his only son. There's nothing more that anybody could give up for you other than their first son. So it's to me it's obvious why that the myth is revolves around that. It's not even that hard to get your head around. But thanks for joining me, and I'll see you later. It looks like nobody else is here on YouTube. Love you all, and we'll talk soon. Bye.